Hey everybody, my name is Courtney Mullins. I'm a junior at Appalachian State University. I'm an English major with a concentration in professional writing. And today for Dr. Carter's English 3700 technical writing class, I'm going to show you all how to make the Frugal Budget Fringe banner. This is a really easy and inexpensive DIY project that I've made several times for my kids' birthday parties and other functions. It's really great for birthdays, graduations, any other celebrations that you might have and need some easy and inexpensive decorations to add a little bit of pizzazz. The only materials that you're going to need for this project are 3 plastic 54-inch by 108-inch tablecloths. You can usually get these from Dollar Tree, Walmart, Party City, not more than $1 or $2 a piece. You'll also need a pair of scissors, a stapler, and then I use push pins, but depending on how worried you are about damaging your wall, you might want to use. All right, so for our materials, you're going to need 3 54-inch by 108-inch plastic rectangular tablecloths, a stapler, a pair of scissors, some push pins, or an adhesive of your choosing. So we're going to open the packaging for all 3 of these plastic tablecloths and just discard that. And you're going to take your very first tablecloth and just unfold it, and we're going to lay it out flat. My dining room table is perfect for this, but if you don't have a table as big as this, you can use the floor or any other flat surface. So you just lay that out flat, and then we're going to take our second tablecloth, unfold it, and do the same thing. We're just going to lay that flat on top of the first tablecloth, making sure they are flush together. And then we're going to unfold the third tablecloth and do the exact same thing. Just lay it out flat on top. We want to make sure they are flush together. What we want is 1 sheet of 3 layers. All right, so once we've got those together, we are going to use our stapler and just staple one of the long edges. Usually this only takes about 10 or 12 staples. We just want to make sure our layers stay together and that our banner keeps its structure while we're working. So once you've got those all stapled together, and you're just going to hang it up on a flat wall. If you've got a tall friend or a stepladder or both, like me. So once you've got that hung on the wall, we're going to start about 5 inches from the edge, grab all 3 layers, and using the scissors, cut a slit up the sheet to about 4 inches from the top. And you want to do this for the length of the sheet. So once you have a slit cut about every 5 or 6 inches down the sheet, you start a 3-strand braid from the top of the slit. And this is going to create our fringe. Now, if you don't know how to do a 3-strand braid, don't worry. We're going to slow it down and show you exactly how to do this. So you want to take the 3 strands and make a hard right, a hard left, and a center. Once you have those 3 strands separated, you take your right fringe or right strand and cross it over the middle. You pull it taut, make sure they're good and together, and that creates a new middle where we're going to take the left and cross it over that new middle, which then creates a new middle with the left. So we're going to take the right and cross it over that new middle that we created, which creates another new middle, which will cross over with the left. And we're just going to do this same exact pattern down the length of the strand. Once we braid for about 5 inches, we're going to stop and take the right strand, wrap it around the cluster and around the braid itself. And then you're just going to take the loose end and tuck it in the loop that creates. Pull it very gently, and that's going to create a knot, which is going to secure our strands and our first fringe. Now, I have tugged too hard and torn the tablecloths before, but they're very forgiving, and usually it's not a big deal to tie it right back in, and you can't even tell. So now that we have our very first fringe, we're just going to start from, I usually start from the left, but you can always start from the right if you'd like. And we're just going to repeat that same process for every 3-strand cluster. So again, that process was taking the right strand over the middle, creating a new middle, and then taking the left strand over that new middle and creating another new middle. And then just continuing with that pattern from right over middle, left over middle, down about 5 inches until you take the right strand to tie a loop around, tuck, and pull to knot off these strands. So once you have repeated this same 3-strand braiding process about 5 inches down for every 3-strand cluster down the length of your tri-layer sheet, your frugal budget fringe banner is practically done. You can customize this in any theme or color palette that you choose. Here are just a few examples of how the frugal budget fringe banner has been used in the past.